Let me ask you something uncomfortable. Does she respect you, or is she using you? Because here's the thing. Most men never figure this out until they've already given everything. And the reason they miss it, being used and being loved, feel almost identical in the beginning. She's warm. She's attentive. She makes you feel chosen. But there is a difference. And in the next few minutes, I'm going to show you exactly what that difference looks like. Let's talk about respect first, because most men have the completely wrong definition. They think respect means she doesn't embarrass you in public. She's polite. She doesn't call you names. That's not respect. That's basic human decency. Real respect is deeper. Real respect means she considers your feelings before making decisions. Real respect means when you're talking, she's actually listening, not planning her response while you're still mid-sentence. Real respect means when she's wrong, she says so, without turning the apology into another argument. Real respect means she values your time. She doesn't cancel last minute. She doesn't show up late every single time, like your schedule doesn't matter. And real respect means she protects your energy. She doesn't drain you with endless problems and never ask how you're doing. Now pause. Think about the woman in your life right now. Does she do these things? Not sometimes, not when it's easy, consistently, because anyone can be respectful when things are good. The real test is what she does when she's stressed, when she's busy, when she has other options. That's where the truth lives. Now let's talk about what being used actually looks like, because it never looks like what you imagine. It's not obvious. It's not cold. It's not cruel. In fact, it often looks like affection. She calls you her favorite person. She tells you she feels safe with you. She says you're not like other guys. And every time she says these things, your brain lights up, because these words feel real. They feel earned. They feel like proof that what you have is special. But here's what I need you to understand. Words are the cheapest currency in a relationship. They cost nothing. They can be said with zero emotional investment. They can be used deliberately or unconsciously to keep you exactly where someone needs you to be. The question is never what she says. The question is always what she does. So let me give you 4 signs. 4 clear specific signs that she's using you. Pay close attention because each one alone means nothing. But if you're seeing 3 or more, you already know the answer. Sign 1. She only shows up when she needs something, not randomly, not just to connect. Only when there's a favor, a crisis, a problem she needs solved. Think about the last 10 times she reached out to you. How many of those times involved a need, a ride, advice, money, emotional support after her bad day? And how many times was it purely, I just wanted to hear your voice? The ratio tells you everything. A woman who respects you shows up even when she needs absolutely nothing. Sign 2. Your boundaries make her angry. This is the clearest sign of all. Tell a woman who respects you, I can't help with that right now. She says, okay, no problem. No guilt, no drama. Well, no sudden coldness. But tell a woman who is using you the same thing. Watch what happens. Suddenly you're selfish. Suddenly you don't care about her. Suddenly there's a fight about something completely unrelated. Suddenly she brings up everything she's ever done for you. And somehow, you end up apologizing for having a limit. This reaction is so revealing because she was never upset that you said no. She was upset that you interrupted the supply. Sign 3. She never invests equally. You initiate, you plan, you check in. You remember her problems. You show up without being asked. Now answer honestly. When did she last plan something for you? When did she last ask how you're doing and actually wait for a real answer? When did she last put in effort without you asking? Here's the test. Stop initiating for 1 week. Don't text first. Don't plan anything. Don't check in. Just stop and see what happens. Does she reach out? Does she notice? Does she step up? Or does the relationship go completely quiet because you are the only one keeping it alive? If the relationship cannot survive 1 week without your effort, it was never a relationship. It was a service you were providing. Sign 4. You feel drained, not fulfilled. Think about how you feel after spending time with her. Not in the moment, after, when you're driving home, when you're lying in bed that night. Do you feel seen? Do you feel good? Or do you feel this low, quiet exhaustion? This sense that you gave a lot and received very little? This feeling that you were present, but somehow not really seen? That feeling is not weakness. That is your body reading the data correctly. Your nervous system knows the difference between real connection and performance, and it has been trying to tell you. Now here's the part nobody talks about. Why do good men end up here? Why do loyal, emotionally available, caring men consistently find themselves being used? It is not because they are weak. It is because they were raised with a specific belief that love means sacrifice, that being a good man means always showing up, that putting yourself last is noble. And so they give completely freely, without conditions, and what happens is not what they were promised. Unconditional giving without self-respect does not create love in return. It creates imbalance, and imbalance creates resentment on one side and entitlement on the other. So what do? 3 steps. No games, no manipulation. Step 1. Pull back your energy, not to punish her, but to stop feeding a dynamic that is not serving you. When you are always available, always giving, always present, you make yourself invisible because humans do not value what requires no effort. We value what we have to reach for. When you pull back, reality reveals itself fast. A woman who values you will feel the shift and move toward you. A woman who is using you will either demand more or quietly disappear. Both outcomes are the truth you needed to see. Step 2. Watch patterns, not words. She will say things. She will say she misses you. She will say things are going to be different. Do not evaluate her on those words. Evaluate her on what she does over the next 2 weeks. Does she initiate without a reason? Does she invest without being prompted? Does she show up when it costs her something? Actions under pressure. When she's busy, tired, when she has other options, those are the truth. Everything else is noise. Step 3. Decide your standard and hold it. This is everything. Decide what you require, not what you hope for, not what would be nice. What you require in order to stay. Equal investment, consistent respect, genuine presence, and hold that standard. Quietly, firmly, without apology, because the moment you know your worth and stop accepting less than it, everything changes. The right woman will rise to meet it. The wrong woman will leave, and that departure, as much as it hurts, is the greatest gift she could give you. Here's the truth I want to leave you with. The goal is not to find someone who needs you. Needing someone is easy. People need things all the time. The goal is to find someone who chooses you, every day, deliberately. Not because you're useful, not because you fill a gap, but because when they imagine their future, you are in it, as a person, as a partner, as someone they are genuinely grateful for. You will know when you find that, not because you analyzed it, not because the signs checked out, but because you will feel full after being with her. Not drained, not confused, full. Until you find that, choose yourself. Hold your standard. Never shrink yourself to fit someone who was never going to value you anyway. You deserve mutual investment. You deserve to be chosen. And the first person who needs to believe that is you. Like this video, if something in here hit different. Comment standard if you're done accepting less than you deserve. And watch this video next, because it covers the exact moment she starts taking you for granted and what to do to completely flip the dynamic. See you there.